Hi, and thanks for joining me today. So, I've got yet another Crafter's Companion box mystery bag type bundle. This is actually from their Black Friday sale, and it's Papercraft box deal number two. So, if ever they offer this type of bundle again in the future, hopefully this video helps to give you a little bit of an idea of how much you might get in these boxes. Obviously, they're gonna always change them up just depending on whatever stock or inventory they have or what they're trying to clear out. But I always find it useful to see other people's haul videos, and so I thought I would post what I got. So it's quite a lot. So I paid for this bundle after my Club Inspired discount just under $20, and there's a lot of stuff here. So this was, I think, probably the best value for money I've gotten in one of these mystery bag type bundle deals as of yet. And I did do quite a bit of purchasing. We went through some pretty deep stuff as a family just a couple months ago, and so I have to admit some of this was just excessive retail therapy shopping for me, but I'm really looking forward to the crafting therapy that all of this is going to provide for me in the future as well. So, without further ado, here's what all came. So, again, keep in mind this is all for just under $20. So, there's this die set. It's Sending Prayers, which is really nice, and it's two dies, so it looks like you get the shadow and the sentiment. And it's large too. It's just over 3 by just over 2¼ inches. So that's a really nice size sentiment. Then there's this one, which is Sweet but Twisted. Is this a stamp? I think this is a stamp. That's cute. So I think this is part of their oh, what's that collection called? It's kind of like their quirky sentiment stamp collection, I think. So that's kind of cute. So it's Sweet but Twisted. Does that make me a candy cane? So that's fun. This is Popping Prosecco. So you have your days of the week, which I think are kind of fun, and I would definitely use that aspect of this. I don't really drink alcohol, so prosecco and whatnot doesn't jive necessarily with what I partake in, but I know plenty of people who do enjoy a nice alcoholic drink, so I think that's fun. But it says pop the prosecco. It's Monday, for example. But the days of the week you could use just on their own. So if you do any bullet journaling, that would be really nice. I think these could make their way into some mini albums as well, calendars if you like to make your own calendars as gifts. So I think that could be useful just for the days of the week. Then there's this. Oh, I think this is called their fancy fonts collection. And so this one, I have a few in this line. I don't have the word hello, so this is a really nice one to add, especially since it's so generic, so it can be really used in a lot of different ways. But you get the die that has this really fun scripty and a large font as well. And then you have stamps that help you complete the sentiment. So you've got hello, my lovely friend, hello, I miss you, just saying hello, hello, lovely, hello to brighter days. Oh, that's really apt right now. Just to say hello, hello, you. So these are really nice, and I think they had some bundled deals of this line of fancy font die and stamp sets, and I picked up a couple, so it's really nice to have that in the collection now. Then this one is a 3D embossing folder. This is cool. It's just dots. It says dots and squares. I don't think I see any squares, but I see dots. It would be interesting to see the 3D-ness of this, because it kind of looks like you'll get like deeper. Oh, I see. The square is the the pattern that the dots are actually in. That makes sense. But maybe there's some dots that are going to be more raised than others, and that's what makes it 3D. And this looks like it's meant for USA 2 size because it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's really nice. I don't actually have a lot of 3D embossing folders, so that'll be fun to play with. This there's actually 2 of these. So these are layering stencils. It's just so funny because I actually bought a bundle deal of layering stencils, and thankfully these are not a duplicate of those. If the warehouse, the packers who are packing up all of our orders are paying attention to our other things in our cart, thank you very much for not giving me duplicates. I don't know if there was the potential that some of the ones that I ordered as part of the bundle deal might have gotten included in the Papercraft box deal. If that was the case and they particularly selected some that are not duplicates for me, I definitely appreciate that. So hats off to warehouse workers who are packing our orders. But these are really fun, and I picked these up because I had a lot of fun with the stencils, layering stencils sub box that I have a flip video for. And so I thought I'd pick up a couple more, and then now I even have a couple more on top of the ones that I bought. They're just really fun because I think that not only are they a really great way to get a lot of depth and dimension through the use of stencils as opposed to, stamping, layered stamping, or, die cutting. So you can use all your different media through the stencils. And generally what I've found is that in the set of 3, 2 of them go together and they're sort of the shadow and highlights of one image. But then your third one is a nice sort of all over pattern or background, which I think you can use just standalone by itself, obviously in conjunction with the other 2 stencils in the set. But that just makes this all the more versatile because it's not that all 3 stencils are combined to create just one single image, and on their own they're not quite as effective, because these 2 you wouldn't necessarily use on their own. Maybe you could use this one by itself, but it's a little bit awkward because you don't have the full leaves, so you definitely have to use them together. But the third one, you've got that option to use it with this or separately, and that was sort of the I was on the fence about getting, more layering stencils, even though I really enjoyed them. But when I thought about it and how much versatility you can get with just the background one by itself, it definitely made sense to at least give some of these really pretty images a try. So what I would really love is if one of these days they included a die that will actually kind of die cut out your main image too, because I enjoyed when I did my flip of that kit, I enjoyed sort of using some of the images as die cuts as well, but I had to fussy cut those. But anyways, so it's kind of nice to have these, and even though I did buy a few more, now it's nice to have a few more on top of that. This one is, oh, this is cool. No, I don't have this. So this is part of their layering stamp and die collection. This is part of the Christmas line, and it's called Decorative Garland. And so the idea is that you have stamps, layered stamps that you can kind of get all of that nice rich dimension by stamping one over top the other, and as well you can get a sentiment on this one. So it's kind of nice because, and I don't know that all of the sets are like this, or if this is just a nice bonus, but you actually get 2 different layering stamps and the coordinating die to cut that out. So in this case you get a decorative piece, but then you also get a sentiment. And so with the sentiment, it looks like you can stamp wishing you joys in one color, and then in another color you can stamp all the and then of the season. So that's kind of nice. And then it also looks like you've got additional sentiments to go along with it. So you don't have to use this, but you can. And then this garland, there's multiple stamps that you can layer up to get that effect. It looks like there's 3, and then of course the die that will cut that out. And you get a bow and a die coordinating with that, and some other decorative elements it looks like too. So really nice. I don't have anything in this line, so this one will be fun to play with as well. And of course, with the holidays, Christmas cards are something I make every year, so I can definitely put that one to use. Oh, this will be cool. Okay, so this is part of, I guess, their collage collection, and it's called Feathered Friend. And what's neat about this, and I'm kind of glad that I have this, because I want to get a little bit more into that whole rustic mixed media effect and look, and I think this is meant to help you create that look, because you've got some kind of wood texture background, and then some ink splatters, some just random texture. And I think the idea is that you can use these all together to just create different backgrounds, and in that sort of vintage or mixed media type feel. So I'm excited to work with this, because it's a style that I'm hoping to just try out more, because it seems more freeform and loosey-goosey, and I'm definitely interested in developing that look more, because I tend to want to line everything up and cut everything straight and neat, but I really love the look of these tattered edges, and just the freeformness of everything here. And so I think it'll be fun to work with this. I don't think any dies are included though, so it does look like it, for like this element here, they probably fussy cut it out from the stamped image. And it looks like the bird image here would be really fun to color as well. So fun. Okay, looking forward to that one. And then you get a paper colored cardstock. This looks like maybe they took a set from one of their sub boxes, and because this is sort of the packaging that you would see in their sub boxes, and so that's kind of nice. Usually their papers are double-sided but white core, so you can have some really neat effects with them. So, and they're 8x8, so that always will come in handy. And this is a huge die set. This is a real treat to get. So this is 25 pieces, and it makes the honeycomb favor box, which that's really funny, because not too long ago they had a bundle deal on their little gift bags, and I think the way they had it structured was there's like 4 different styles in total, but they had 2 different bundles of 2 different bags in each. And I really liked this honeycomb one, but the one that was bundled with it, I didn't really think I would use. Whereas the other set of 2, I liked both of them, and so I ended up getting that. But I did want this one, and it's so awesome to now have this. And for like a really this I think alone is worth the $20. They probably charge more than $20 just for this die set. So, everything included here is going to be sort of free. These bundled deals are mystery bag bundles are just amazing value for money. But so this die set is really super cute. and it looks like, so there's 3 different size flowers. So anytime I see stuff like this, I immediately think about 3D flower forming and foam flowers or paper flowers. And you even get like little leaves and sprigs and sprays to include with those, and single leaves as well. Then there's a tag, kind of cute, probably about an inch-ish by 1 inch, so not too large. Then what's really nice is that with the little gift box itself, you get all of these different decorative panels, and so it kind of looks like you get these are sort of verso style dies that will cut the pattern into your cardstock, and so you get 3 different designs for both, the bottom portion and the top portion of the box, and so they match. And what's nice is that you get the little outline die, and typically the way Tonic Studios would do something like this is that the outline die, normally if they include 3 like this, they would normally include like 3 different edges. So you might get like a plain edge, you might get a stitched edge, and maybe you'll get a dotted edge. And in this case, however, they're all just plain edged, which is kind of nice because I think you're gonna have to die cut all of this. You'll have, you'll have 6 in total. So it's kind of nice that they give you 3 of the same edge because it's just less die cutting that way. Whereas if you had 3 different edges, you'd have to run it through your die cutting machine 6 times or double up on your paper depending on how thick your cardstock was. So it has its pros and cons. Obviously, if there were 3 different edged styles, then you would get more versatility, more options. This is just like a quicker make because you just basically have to run this through your die cutting machine twice or once if you're able to double up on your cardstock, which makes this whole construction just go by a lot faster, I'm sure. So very cool. And then you even get some sentiments. So I don't know what the sentiments are, but I think this says love. This says probably thank you. So yeah, really fun set. I'm pretty excited, and it says that the finished box size is 4 by 4 inches. So this is a really nice size little gift box. So really fun, and obviously a lot of these elements can be used for cards, mini albums, things like that too. And some of these are just basic shapes like the little trapezoid shape. So you could definitely use it as decorative elements on your cards or other makes as well. And even though this is like an odd shape, there's probably really fun ways to kind of coordinate, tessellate, repeat these, and create interesting backgrounds for cards or mini albums as well. So I always look at these box die sets as really awesome for what they are, but you can definitely get more out of them by just thinking outside the box, pun intended, to use them in other paper crafting projects too. So at the end of the day, it's just patterns and shapes, and so there's lots of fun ways to combine them to use as decorative elements on other projects, not just boxes. So this is a really quite a fantastic bundle, I think, and I got lucky. There's nothing in here that repeats for me, and it's all stuff that I know I can use, some things that I'm really excited to kind of expand my own crafting sort of style and or techniques. And so really an amazing bundle, and all for $20. So how amazing is that? Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that you are doing well, and until my next video, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye.